Continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on chapter 2, text 56. Dukkeshva anudvigna manaha sukheshva vikata sprahaha vitaraga bhaya krodaha stithadir munir uchyate. One who is not disturbed in mind, even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. So Krishna is continuing to give knowledge to Arjuna. He's continuing to speak this knowledge to Arjuna. And this is one of the important verses. One who is not disturbed in mind, even amidst the threefold miseries. So the threefold miseries are that miseries caused to us by our own body or mind. We have diseases of the body or the mind or our own anxiety or fear. Then we have miseries which are caused to us by other living entities. And then there is misery caused to us by natural calamities, like earthquakes or typhoons or, like that. And then each of us in this material world is subject to either one of these three miseries. There is no time that any of us, right from an ant to Lord Brahma, is free from any one of this misery. So it's just when the misery changes, we get a temporary relief and we say, oh, I'm so happy. Because that, like when we are holding a heavy item in our hand, and suppose we are holding it in a left hand. So we are holding it. Then after that, sometime it becomes so painful, or I'm so unhappy. Then we'll change it, bring it to the right hand. We find an immediate relief, no? Immediately the left hand finds a relief. And then the weight, but it's already gone on the right hand. And in no time, we'll start feeling the pain in the right hand. That's what we call happiness in this material world. We get that temporary relief and we think it's happiness. So anyway, what is Krishna saying? That one who is not disturbed amongst these miseries or elated when there is happiness. So he's not disturbed that he's so unhappy, or he's not so, oh yes, there is so much happiness. There's so much happiness that he forgets himself. And then who's free from attachment, fear, and anger is called a sage of steady mind. So Krishna is telling us how we can become a muni, sthitadir muni, a sage of steady mind. The word muni means one who can agitate his mind in various ways for mental speculation without coming to a factual conclusion. Okay, so this muni is what usually what people call muni is somebody who is like a kind of philosopher without having a proper conclusion, a proper, like, yes, this is the truth, but I think according to me, according to my knowledge. It is said that every muni has a different angle of vision, and unless a muni differs from other munis, he cannot be called a muni in the strict sense of the term. So what is this kind of muni? They're just mentally speculation. But Krishna is not speaking about that. Krishna does not want us to do mental speculation. Nasha Vrishiryasya Matam Nabhinnam Mahabharat Vana Parva 313.117. But a sthitadir muni, as mentioned herein by the Lord, is different from an ordinary muni. The sthitadir muni is always in Krishna consciousness, for he has exhausted all his business of creative speculation. So muni is who by his mind keeps on thinking, I'll be happy if I do this, or who thinks that this is the truth. Maybe this is the truth. Maybe this is the absolute truth. Maybe that is the absolute truth. He's going on speculating that this is the absolute truth or that is the absolute truth without coming to any conclusion. But when one is tired of all this creative speculation, because our mind can be very imaginative, we could do that for thousands and millions of lifetimes. We could. But when we finish all that, okay, whatever I'm imagining is not working, but what is the real truth? Let me try to find out who is the absolute truth. Then that is Krishna consciousness. And that way one can become a sthita muni, a sage of steady mind. His mind is fixed on Krishna. His mind does not need to look for anything else. He knows that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He's the absolute truth. He's the end of all knowledge. So there is no reason to speculate anymore. He is called Prashanta Nihishesha Mano Rathantara Stotra Ratna 43, or one who has surpassed the stage of mental speculations and has come to the conclusion that Lord Sri Krishna or Vasudeva is everything. Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Samahatma Sudurlabha. His mind is fixed that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. There is no one higher than Krishna. Krishna is the source. You know, he knows this is a sage of steady mind. He knows he doesn't need to speculate, or maybe this one is God, or that one is God, or maybe all of us are God, or maybe everyone is God. No, he's understood the truth, understood who is the Supreme Lord, and that is Krishna. Such a fully Krishna conscious person is not at all disturbed by the onslaughts of the threefold miseries, for he accepts all miseries as the mercy of the Lord, thinking himself only worthy of more trouble due to his past misdeeds. And he sees that his miseries, by the grace of the Lord, are minimized to the lowest. So how is a devotee of the Lord able to be steady in mind when there is a cause for suffering? Because when we have suffering, when something is going against our desire, when we are unhappy, we get so disturbed, you know. We get so disturbed. But a pure devotee of the Lord, he does not get disturbed. He does not get disturbed. What is his position? He sees that it's coming as a mercy of the Lord. This is for my purification. Krishna wants me to come closer to him. That according to my karma, I should have suffered even more. But Krishna is so kind that he's just giving me such a token of suffering. That is the position of the devotee of the Lord. And this is also spoken by Lord Brahma in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto, after the Brahma Vimohan Lila, where Tatedno Kampam Susammikshamano, Lord Brahma says that one who has this attitude, that who's undergoing whatever difficulties in life, but understands that all these sufferings are due to my own past karmas. These are my own past karmas. I'm getting the reaction for them. And at the same time continues to worship Krishna. Then for him, liberation is his rightful goal. Then nobody can stop him from leaving this material world, because he is already has that faith, that connection with Krishna. Krishna will take him out of here, you know. He has that firm faith in Krishna. So then in happiness, what is it? Similarly, when he is happy, he gives credit to the Lord, thinking himself unworthy of the happiness. He realizes that it is due only to the Lord's grace that he is in such a comfortable condition and able to render better service to the Lord. So a devotee, when he is having misery, he thinks, I should have suffered more because of my past misdeeds. According to my karma, I should be suffering more, but Krishna is so kind. He is giving me just a token of suffering. And when a devotee is happy, he thinks that, oh, I don't deserve this happiness. You know, I have done so many past misdeeds. I do not deserve this happiness, but Krishna is so kind. He's giving me this happiness. It's all the mercy of Krishna that I have, whatever resources I have, whatever comforts I have. It is given to me by Krishna. I don't deserve it, but Krishna is merciful, so he's giving it to me. And in that way, he renders even more service to the Lord. What we do is we do the opposite, you know. Oh, all the happiness we get is because of me. I worked so hard. And why am I suffering? Oh, God, you're so unkind to me. Because of you, I'm suffering. But a devotee thinks in the correct manner that I'm suffering is because of my misdeeds. And whatever comforts or happiness I have is the grace of the Lord. And so he's grateful to the Lord. That's what we should have that gratitude in whatever condition. We are happy or we are sad. Having that gratitude towards the Supreme Lord. And that's what Krishna sees. Krishna sees our heart, not outwardly what we have or what we are able to do, but what is a person's heart, you know. So we should develop this quality of gratitude towards the Supreme Lord. So, and for the service of the Lord, he's always daring and active and is not influenced by attachment or aversion. So what is a Sthitadir Muni? What does he do? His focus is, how can I serve the Lord to the best of my capacity or capability? Attachment means accepting things for one's own sense gratification, and detachment is the absence of such sensual attachment. But one fixed in Krishna consciousness has neither attachment nor detachment, because his life is dedicated to the service of the Lord. So what does a pure devotee see? He sees everything belonging to the Lord. He sees everything is the Lord's property. So what does he do? He does not say, oh, no, computer, no, that's Maya, I'm not going to use it. Internet is Maya, I'm not going to use it. What does he do? He uses it for the service of the Lord. So we can see now in COVID, in fact, how ISKCON devotees are doing even more prachar than before. You know, there's so much association we can get now, even more than before, from the pure devotees. And then, and he's not attached to anything. It's not that he wants the Wi-Fi or the computer for his own personal sense gratification. No, he's using it how to serve the Lord, how to spread the glories of the Lord, how to connect everyone to the Lord, how to give the holy name to the Lord. So that is the position of a pure devotee. But one fixed in Krishna consciousness has neither attachment nor detachment, because his life is dedicated in the service of the Lord. What can I do to please Krishna? How can I please you, Krishna? What should I do to please you, Krishna? That's what his mood is. Consequently, he's not at all angry, even when his attempts are unsuccessful. Success or no success, a Krishna conscious person is always steady in his determination. So he does not bother whether his attempts are getting him some result or no. He is saying, I'm doing my duty. Krishna says, Lord Chaitanya says, Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesh. Whoever you meet, wherever you go, you speak about Krishna. Now, how many people will actually take up Krishna consciousness? That the pure devotee is not concerned with. That is in Krishna's hands. The results is in Krishna's hands. What does a pure devotee think? Let me do my duty towards Krishna. That's his position. The results are, Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, don't be attached to the result. Don't think yourself to be the cause of the result. The result is Krishna's. That is Krishna's department. Our department is to serve. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Any questions or comments?
No.
So Krishna is saying, give up this attachment to happiness or distress. He's taking care of that. We just have to engage in our service and have that faith in him, that trust in him, that he's there, he's taking care of me. He's the one who's brought me till here. He's maintained me always. He will continue to maintain me. He's my best friend, my best well-wisher. So let me just follow his instruction. Let me hear and chant about him. Let me glorify him. That's all we can do. So we'll stop here for today. Thank you so much for joining in today morning.
Thank you.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premandi, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.